Porn Brain Reboot. I know it's hard, but I know it can be done. And this is how you can succeed. I'm Dr. Trish Leigh with your Monday Motivation. And today, what I want you to know is that this can be done. Someone commented asking for more motivation because it's so hard. And I want you to know it is hard, but hard things can be done. And it will make you stronger. Unfortunately, the challenges in life are when you can show up, when you can have the strength that you don't need in the easier moments. So I'm going to give you the brain tip for today, though, but it goes back to I'm going to motivate you and inspire you to do this and to stay the course. This is the brain tip. You have to succeed. Find a way to succeed. So if you are not succeeding at the levels that you want to right now, then you're going to have to back it up and go down a level or two. Get some small wins under your belt. And I'll give you specifics in a second. But the neuroscience behind it shows that when you are winning, you will continue to move towards that path. If it's too hard and you have too many perceived failures, they're perceived in air quotes, because if you slip up, but you take the opportunity to break it down and learn from it, and you change something, you have to change something. If you change something and move forward more successfully from the slip up, you can keep the positive feedback loop of long-term change going. So last week was a rough week for me. I'm training new people to work with me. It was a wee bit of a rough one. And I talked with so many people that are struggling in this reboot journey that are not succeeding. And what I did and what I encourage you to do is to stop. Give yourself space and time to see what isn't working. And I had to do this after I vented to the hubs. One of my kids called down, Ma, Mama, they call me Mama, which is so cute. Mama, what are you doing? I'm like, chilling with Dad. And then I'm like, not really chilling with Dad, I'm stressing with Dad. What do you need? Because we were problem solving some of the issues that I had for the week. And I was telling the hubs, I was breaking it down like, okay, this thing's stressing me out and this isn't working. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to change it this way. And that's what I want you to do. What isn't working? If you are struggling, you have to make it an action step, make it actionable and succeed. So we know from the reboot journey that the first couple cravings and urges and being able to run, not walk in the opposite direction to do something else, that's usually the hardest part for people. Getting that first win, instead of giving into the urge, being able to succeed. And I talked with someone last week who told me, I literally ran outside and started lifting heavy stuff and doing yard work. And before you know it, the urge subsided. That is a tip that I've given in another video. You have to run, not walk in the opposite direction. You have to change your physical and mental environment when an urge comes on. And when you do that, you can succeed. When you succeed the first time, you now are a person who can avoid the urges. You've proven it to yourself. You have to get that first win under your belt. So let's do that. Make action steps. Change your routine. If you're at risk on Fridays when your family leaves and goes out for dinner, go to dinner with them or go visit a friend. Don't sit at home and put yourself at risk in that physical environment. You're going to make it harder on yourself. Figure out one action step that you can take this week to succeed, and then succeed. And then pat yourself on the back. Or better yet, get yourself a latte. Yep, more coffee. Get yourself something that feels good to you so that, in fact, next week is a better one because you've proven to yourself through your action steps that you got this. And you do have it. And that's exactly what I did after I was stressing with the hubs. Then I wasn't stressing anymore because I know what I'm going to do. I've actually already done a couple of them to change those feelings inside of me so that I know I can do it next week. You can do it too. Stay the course. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I know it doesn't feel good in the moment, but it feels good the next moment. Remember, you're going for long-term gain, short-term loss, because you're not going to get the dopamine hit that you want. But if you run and not walk towards another dopamine producing activity, you're going to get some dopamine, and you're going to prove to yourself that you in fact can do this. You can do it. I'm here for you. Keep watching the videos. I started a new podcast. Go check it out, because I wax and wane a little bit more about my personal experiences in this journey and in life. And if you want support, please reach out to me at drtrishleigh.com, because I would love to help you. And remember, control your brain or it'll control you.